and I said, the Democratic agenda, it's the reason I got into politics. The Democratic agenda is that the Democratic agenda is that we care about more than the richest 1 or 2% in the country. And we think it's important to have an economy that works for everybody and not just Goldman Sachs. And that's what we're all about, and I'm going to continue to fight for that agenda. Whether it's protecting Social Security, getting health care for everyone, making sure that our environment is suitable for future generations, we've got a lot of things at stake in this election. And I know it, I think, a little bit better than you because I, on a daily basis, listen to people like John Boehner and Michelle Bachmann and people who really do want to take this country back to the 19th century. We got a lot at stake. We have a chance, as you know, to have a considerable upgrade in our United States Senate delegation. But it's more than just having a chance to replace Jim Bunning with Jack Conway, which would be an extraordinary substitution. We got a chance, it's not just the opportunity, we have to beat Rand Paul. Rand Paul, remember, Rand Paul will be representing our state on the national scene, and if he gets elected, by God, he's going to get tons of attention. He's going to embarrass us beyond any recognition.
We already have.
So we've got a lot at stake here. And one of the things that has been such a joy over the last few years, my 2 terms in Congress, is that I've learned that governing really is a partnership. It's a partnership not just between politicians and the citizens that you represent or work for. It's also a partnership with private sector and with other government officials. And nobody has been better to work with than Mayor Jerry Abramson. And the things that we've been able to do in the area of affordable housing, in the area of, there's Jerry. Oh, I'm supposed to, oh, thank you. In the incredible steps we've taken to bring 830 jobs back to GE's Appliance Park, 430 of them from China. That stuff doesn't happen because of one person or one government official. It happens because everybody works together. And Steve Beshear, Jerry, and I, and others worked with the private sector to make that happen. And Jerry Abramson is going to go to work for that administration next year. We're going to make sure that he's part of the next administration that runs this state. But we have one very important race that's going to determine who my next partner is as mayor of Metro Louisville. And this is a race that is critically important to every one of us. This is the person who's going to determine whether this city moves forward, continuing the great legacy that Jerry Abramson will have left, or whether it turns back to the area when everybody doesn't have a full seat at the table. And if there's one thing I know about Greg Fisher, it's that he wants everybody at the table. He knows economic development, he knows community development, and he's somebody that I look forward to so much working with over the next 4 years. So I'm going to have the distinct honor to introducing to you, right after I say one thing. We've got plenty of votes out there for all of us to win this year. We don't have to convince a lot of people to vote for us. We just have to convince them to vote. And that's why this coordinated effort is so important. We've got to build up a huge margin for Jack Conway because he can't win without a huge margin in Jefferson County. But if we do our work, if we make sure that all of our supporters get to the polls, we're all going to have a great November 2nd. So